Broadcasting companies were few. Gamers searched in the dark for their hero.
As we're looking at him, and oh, great shot by Grim, just scoped him to death. Beautiful shot there, and Improv cleans it up, takes out Starbuck, Mr. Denim himself, as it looks like we're going to see Twister trying to rotate back to B, as, wow, Grim, this kid is sick, 10 to 9, and, I mean, Shanks, sometimes Grim, oh my God.
But there he goes down to Sparks. Sparks definitely waiting on him just to get the pick on Grim there, as he has been picking them apart. And a great play there by Apostle. He's coming through, going crazy with that 74U. Again, oh my goodness, takes out 3 players. And wow, what a play there by Apostle. 4 players, my bad. So he moves into the bridge house here, and that's definitely what we expect from Apostle.
E-rev, don't just watch it, get into it.
Alright, welcome folks. This is Scuba and Bait. We're going to be casting TWL-TF2 Week 1. As we set up the first match here, we have Crack Clan going against Snow Bear University on CP Well. Going down the list here real quick, we're going to cover Crack Clan's lineup with Fish on Med, Bebop on Demo, Slips on Scout, Vengeance as Soldier, and Precursor as Soldier as well, and Atra as Scout. We're going to go over to Snow Bear, where we have, oh man, I'm always terrible with names for those of you that don't know. We have Tyre. I'm always terrible with this. Bait, chime in if I'm butchering names here. As Soldier, B-Dubs as Soldier, Tarath as Medic, Dark as Demo. We have Meta Scout and Teach as Scout as well. As the action unfolds here on the midpoint right here, we have 2 down for Crack and 1 down for Bears. Both Ubers were popped as they make the push in here. Bait, why don't you chime in and tell me what you're seeing out there?
Well, we got a heavy running by the Crack Clan, which is not something you normally see. Obviously, you see 2 soldiers, but they decided to axe a soldier and go with a heavy to lay down some suppressive fire. But with that heavy, he's kind of slow, so he takes, he's the brunt of the damage. Everybody aims for him, so he'll just be wrecked real nice and quick. And obviously, they didn't take mid.
Yeah, we saw SBU end up taking mid over there as they're making their push into the courtyard. I'm sitting here, I'm watching actually Tarath, who's going to be playing medic over here, like I said, on Snow Bear. Looks like they're ready to build up their Uber. He's sitting at about 65%, and they're waiting for the push, getting their lineup going, waiting for the guys to get back, Sticky and Dort, and we're going to have a little bit of downtime right here with some scouts poking out windows, trying to take some cheap shots. That's kind of what scouts do. They're dirty, dirty players.
Well, they need to push in with that Uber. They have a huge Uber advantage, and they go right now, they'll take them by surprise.
Yeah, Crack has no idea what's going on here. They're trying to play setup, and they definitely don't have Uber advantage. We have Bebop playing Demo, just kind of chilling out back there, and we've got Vengeance kind of sitting up on Soldier. Both Soldiers with Medic sitting on second floor. And push is coming now by SBU. They're kind of playing it coy, working up onto, looks like, second floor with both Soldiers right now. Teach and Demo are actually working on pushing first floor right now. Oh, we do see Tyre go down pretty quick there, as well as Teach. Teach both got out, so we're actually 2 down for SBU on that push right now. 3 down. Demo gets dropped too. Dark is down. see the first drop happen here for Crack on that push, who actually counter-pushed, really. 4 down for SBU, and we have Crack actually pushed on to point 3, which is a remarkable play. I did not think that was going to happen with SBU sitting on Uber advantage.
Oh no, we got the back cap. Nobody's back to get him.
Oh, looks like we're going to have a ninja cap happen here by SBU. Oh, no strat to hold point 2 for Team Crack over here. They do end up dropping Med and Teach again, and they were not able to get that final cap. So Crack ends up taking out their second point again as they're going to regroup and make a push for 3. I'm looking over here at Dark right now, who's playing demo, sticking the doors in the courtyard with SBU. And again, we're pretty much back to exactly where we were about a minute ago. The scouts playing coy, taking cheap shots out in the windows. That's Tier. I'm terrible. Tier. There we go. I told you I'm terrible with names. I've been called out. It is Tier. I do apologize. So we have SBU again sitting out in courtyard. Yeah, I'm a noob. Whatever. It happened. And same exact setup for Crack Clan. We have both soldiers and medics sitting up on their second point, back with Bebop as well. So we're just kind of waiting for a push, and SBU gets their Uber. So we're going to see a push here coming real quick. We have Tier pushing in left side with medic, both soldiers on the left. Scouts trying to take cheap shots from the stairs. Teach is looking for a way and a place to shoot. Again, he's playing pretty coy. He's not being very aggressive at all.
It's a little bit different. Crack Clan, normally when you're defending second point, you're going to have both soldiers up on those stairs. They're running a little bit different strat, having the demo camp those stairs, which is working.
Gets dropped by splits.
But they have their soldiers far back and their medic far back, so they won't have to pop early.
Alright, so 1 down on both. We have Scout down, we have Atra down for Crack, and we had B-Dubs get down pretty quick there. It was kind of a cheat shot to get her by the Scout. We have a little bitch fight going on second floor right there, and Teach gets dropped again by Splits, so Splits is up there. And again, we're sitting pretty much in the same point. We have Crack just kind of playing coy and sitting out on their second point. I don't know if they're waiting for Uber. I can't see if they have Uber. I'm going to switch here. Yes, they do definitely have Uber, and so does SBU now. So it's just going to be kind of a fight. We're going to see who makes the first push. Last time CC came out on top.
Yeah, whoever pretty much pops first is probably going to lose unless somebody gets a good pick. We need to see some picks. We need to see a different strategy.
Right there.
Obviously, that second floor isn't really working for them, so they got to do something other than that second floor.
They're both just kind of waiting for the other team, though. It's boring. I want to see some killing going on here.
Well, that's what happens when you have evenly matched teams. You're going to have big stalemates. CVOP, it's just like that. You have people waiting outside gates for 15 minutes trying to get a pick, get the advantage.
Well, right now, we see Med go down. Slips is actually doing pretty good as Scout there. He does get dropped right there by Teach, though. Last time he ended up dropping Teach. So Teach got his revenge over there on Slips finally, and Atra goes down too. So it looks like both Scouts are down. If SBU is going to make a push, right now is the time. Both soldiers are going up for those stairs, trying to make a push, and trying to take out Bebop. Bebop takes out Tier, though, and he ends up taking out B-Dubs, too. So he does pop his Uber, and he takes in his demo, and they're definitely not at the advantage here. Uber runs out very quickly. No kills there for SBU, and CC does counter Uber going for the push on him.
They're probably wishing they could probably hold that Uber. Now they don't really have that great of a pushing advantage. SBU's coming up, and they're about to be able to take yard. It seems about it.
Yeah, SBU's actually falling back to mid, while CC ends up taking out their own yard again, which is the first change of action we've really seen in the past probably 5 minutes or so. Bebop's going in there with his stickies. He's clearing out a path, and Precursor ends up getting dropped there by Dark.
It's a good sticky trap by Darkside.
So we're sitting 3 down for CC and 2 for SBU. And we see Crack backing back up to their second point again, trying to regroup. You know, that's what happens playing as a team. You don't have any heroes going out there. And SBU's going in and making their second push, trying to make their drop here real quick. We're going to see what happens. Vengeance gets dropped. Uber is popped though. Now they did have advantage. There wasn't too much of a difference going on there. We're sitting here and watching Tier take on Bree again. Ends up getting dropped, but Bebop ends up. Oh man, there was a fat exchange right there. CC had the advantage, and we watched SBU get dropped 3. 3 went down very quickly. It's actually 3 down for both teams. Now 4 down for CC, and we should have second point point 4 for them is now taken by SBU. But we now have Bebop on their second point again, going for that cap, and we kind of sit in the same spot. So we have a demo fight going on here on first floor. I'm sitting here watching Bebop. Bebop's getting dropped pretty quick. There he goes down, and he does not get his cap off. So we do have SBU actually on control of their main point as we watch CC back up to their final point and make a defense.
One of the scouts for Crackland, they gotta save one scout. They gotta have a back cap right now. They gotta wait for them to push in. They gotta have a back cap. That's the only way they're getting away from this last point. SBU has too much of an advantage.
Alright, well, I will tell you right now that SBU does have the Uber advantage by about twice as much. He should be popping Uber right about now, and Fish is only sitting at about 66-70%, so if they make it push, they're good. I doubt they will. Again, both teams are playing coy, so we're going to have an Uber on Uber battle here real quick. We're watching, I'm going to take a look here at Tarath again, who's medicing for SBU. He's topping off his team, just kind of deciding what they're doing here real quick. Why don't we, Maida, why don't we go ahead and hit War Room for SBU, if you will, and we're going to see what their push looks like.
Go for dubs, go on dub. Demo down. Hey, counter. Stay behind me, Tarath.
Stay back, Fish. Shit, it's too late. I dropped down.
They're down 4.
They only have 1 up. Nice. Yes!
Yes.
Fuck, yes.
Alright, so SBU ends up capping it there. They finally make the cap. What's funny is they Ubered first, but they were able to take out CC's Uber, and they ended up holding the point there. So we are now 1-0 for SBU as we watch the setup come in here. I'm going to take a look at Atra. I'm going to take a look at Athra. Both scouts on CC. We're going to see what kind of strat they're going to run here real quick. Looks like they're going to sit topside. They're going to come in through the top over there, and we're going to see what's going to be waiting for him over here with SBU. We have, well, Dark, who was sitting up top. He's just going to be launching nades over there. Both scouts for SBU are sitting on top of their train too, so it's looking like they're probably going to hit top as well. Just kind of dancing around, seeing if they can make a shot here real quick. They end up dropping down right here, and as the gates drop here, I'm actually going to be paying attention to SBU's medics right now, or sorry, not medics, scouts. I'm looking at Medbo right now, who's just kind of waiting it out, seeing what he can pull out. He ends up switching out sides over there, seeing if he can get around. He's coming up the backside, engaging the scout fire now, coming through window. And Athra ends up dropping Teach right now, so Medbo's all alone as a scout. He's pretty weak. CC does take midpoints, and looks like, I'm going to take a look here. Fish did pop his Uber, so he is sitting at about 40%. What are you seeing over there with SBU bait?
Well, Tarath died. I did not actually see what happened to Tarath, but he just respawned. He's only at about 15% Uber. Crackline needs to just keep going. They need to go in right now and take advantage, but there's a back cap, so they're going to have to go back, fix the back cap, and then do a push.
Which is going to build precious Uber time there for SBU. So it was a good play on their part, even though B-Dubs does get dropped for the back cap. Now he's sitting there and able to build up Uber and ready to get a push going for CC, or for SBU. So that's a good part on there, or good play on their parts. Fish is sitting at Uber now, so we have Tara at about 80%. So again, we're going to probably see another Uber battle here real quick. We have CC sitting at yard, pushing in, looks like mostly left side with their heavy. I'm going to take a look at their heavy here real quick, who does pop Uber. So they're going on mid here real quick, and Teach gets dropped pretty quick right now. SBU is kind of sitting in the back, trying to see what they can do. Scout does make it back into spawn. I didn't think he was going to make it out there real quick. SBU does pop their Uber, ends up dropping out V and Bebop and Fish. So we've 3. Pre goes down 2, as well as Splits. Atra's the only one able to get a kill off in there before that mess, that bloodbath went off on Med. So CC was not able to get that push. It was a great stop by SBU as they go and try and take yard and build a push for mid.
Atra's trying to be sneaky. He's trying to get that back cap.
The control point is being contested.
Atra needs to move right now.
I'm watching ad. It's 2 on 4, 2 on 4. Who's got it? He ends up picking... Oh! He gets dropped by Med. Med saves the day on that back cap. Good job, Med. Oh man, if SBU ends up pulling this off, I'm gonna call MVP on Med for that one. That could have been detrimental to SBU.
No, that was 1-1 right there. If that wasn't a 2-shot.
So SBU's actually sitting on .4 for that. So they're going to set up and build a final cap. And we're watching, I'm going to take a look here actually, back at Fish, who's only at 11% and half health. He's going back for health, so he's not building his Uber. That gives SBU plenty of time to push in. There's the Uber push. There is no Uber for CC, no counter Uber, so if they can drop enough, and they can't. Tyr and Tarath go down. Teach ends up taking out Splits, but that's about it. There's no real push going on here. Or, sorry, there's no real kills going on.
They got the higher ground. They have the higher ground though, so B-Dubs needs to reload rockets. I don't know why he's using his shotgun unless he has no ammo. Which I'm guessing he has no ammo.
Right there. That soldier has nothing. Oh, there he goes. There goes B-Dubs. He was last man standing. So CC does defend right there as we see a Scout just kind of dance around and buy time. And Medbo does get dropped by Splits there again. Splits is he doesn't have it with those Scouts. I've seen him drop more Scouts than he's been dropped. So. You know, Scout on Scout action, and speaking as someone who enjoys playing Scout, you know, I enjoy it quite a bit, but Splits would probably give me a little bit of a headache, so props to Splits on that drop right there. So we still see CC actually, we're seeing Crack actually stay on their last point. They're not making a push towards the end. They do have Uber. As I take a look, I'm actually going to grab Tarath right here, who's sitting at 80%. So they're waiting to build that push right there, and CC's not quite. They're not very aggressive on this. It's an all or nothing for them, and they're not really. They're not putting anything to chance really on this.
Well, 2 things you could do at this aspect. Once you kill their medic, like they just did, they could have run crits, push out with the crits, and hopefully take out their their medic again and take the point back. But, I mean, they're on last point. They got to make sure they don't lose that point or else they lose the round. So they're sitting back, getting their Uber, waiting for everybody to push in. Hopefully they take out 6 and then easily walk to the next point.
Well, in a fairy tale, that's how it works out. Let's see if they can make this a fairy tale. So we are going to see a push coming in right here. I am looking at Tarath, who's sitting at Uber. He's got all his beefy classes on the left here real quick. They're just kind of waiting it out. They haven't made their push yet. We're going to see it here in a second, though. And push is coming out right now. Uber is popped. So CC does have Uber advantage quite a bit. They're going to do what they can. They do. CC does pop Uber right here. B-Dubs gets dropped pretty quick. They do have a heavy on the second floor. Tarath is about to get dropped. Hide behind a pillar. He's kind of stuck, and he's trying to make it out. He hides. Oh! And Vengeance says none of it. He says, "No, medic, you did your time. You're going to get dropped here real quick." Atra goes down pretty quick too. We have a cap going on defense. Defense going by Demo Medic. Soldier, bloodbath, and SBU ends up taking it. So we are 2-0 SBU. For those of you tuning in right now, I do want to let you know if you guys are on IRC right now, we are on the Game Surge Network at pound E-rev. Go ahead and get your shout-outs there. We can get them out over the air. As we're watching SBU go ahead and ready up for round 3. I'm going to go down the scoreboard real hit. SBU, we have Tarath sitting at 42 as medic on top, as he should. The funny thing is, Crack, who's down. Their medic's sitting at 44. I mean, yeah, it's only 2 points apart. It's, 1 second worth, or 5 seconds worth, but he is sitting higher. We have Teach sitting at 25 for SBU, Tier at 19, Dark at 18, with Med at 18 as well, and B-Dubs at 11. They do have, I guess, a higher point rating, but most of that, the difference can be pretty much credited to Caps. Over on Fish, again, over on Crack, we have Fish at 46, Bebop at 18, Splits at 16, along with Vengeance. We have Precursor at 15 and Atra at 10. So back to the action here real quick. We have 4 down for SBU and 3 down for CC on midpoint. Both Ubers have been popped. 5 down for SBU. So we're going to see CC end up taking this cap in the middle.
I'm just filling in people on our IRC, trying to tell them what's going on. It's 2 20-minute halves, and then until one team hits 4 caps. So, so that's what's going on there. But good job by CC winning the mid fight.
Anyway, 1:30 left in the half. Those not paying attention, we are down to under a minute, actually. Heavy gets dropped very quickly right there. Vengeance gets taken out quickly by 2 scouts, and Heavies have nothing against 2 scouts, unfortunately. So again, we are in the waiting game of yard and points 2 and /4, whatever you want to call it. I call it warehouse. It makes it easiest. So we have scouts just trying to take cheap shots at the medic out there on second floor again. As I'm going to take a look, we have Fish sitting at about 90%, and we have Tarath only at about 70. So if they make it quickly, they can get in there, make a push, get some kills off, so that Uber doesn't matter much for SBU. There's the push right there, there's the Uber, and Tarath is at 97%, there's 100% right there. He's able to pop Uber right before his soldier's about to die. That could spell doom for CC. We drop 4 down for CC, so that's a failed push. If SB, alright, there it is. So, halftime, folks. And we are up 2 SBU to Crack Clan's 0.
We have one shout out to DJ59, the worst scout partner ever, from Deke. And now shout out to Deke and Apel, the number 2 and number 3 scooters in Ubermelons. Nice. Looks like we got some fighting going on in our IRC.
Them's fighting words, folks.
Well, what we got to see here from Crack Clan, essentially, is they need to cut out the Heavy. The Heavy's not really doing anything for him. He's just dying. We saw him on last point. He got wrecked by scouts and demos, and that's all that's going to happen. You're going to have 2 scouts pouncing you, and you got a demo just laying stickies underneath you because you can't move that fast. And now that they're down 2-0, they need fast classes. They might, if they really want to run something other than a soldier, run a pyro, because they need something. I mean, pyro doesn't really work well on but they need something. They need to go fast. They need to do something.
Now, I did get a chance to catch up with both teams before the match started, and I will tell you, Snowbear seems to have more in their arsenal as far as switches and different strats going on than when Crack had. They pretty much told me that Vengeance was going to be running heavy or soldier, and we've seen him as heavy and soldier, mostly heavy, and he's been getting rocked as heavy. So if they can switch back up to soldier, maybe they have a better shot, but we'll see what's in the sneaky arsenal that is Snowbear University. We wait for
some more
a
shout-outs. We got Juice, who makes the worst preds predictions ever after week 1, and that's Copulating Duck. Shout out to everyone in the Ars Clan, best gaming community on the web. Are we still live? I'm confused.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Alright, so as we sit here for Ready Up, the boring part. Who are the shot outs to? We're invisible. You cannot see us. Shout out to whatever you want to shout out. Or go home.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
I guess we have to do a shout out to
we have some new
Hustler by
buyers, see
himself.
people out there right now. Alright, gates are about to drop. I'm actually going to take a look. Oh! They popped the crit streak before the match starts. Ends up, Bebop goes down by tier, but Tarap gets dropped as well here. So we're actually down one pretty much before the gates even drop. We have 2 down for SBU. Dark gets dropped by Atra. And there goes tier right there. Now Uber is on the point for CC, for Crack Clan there. And just as we've seen before, they typically cap mid. They usually don't have a problem taking mid and dropping SBU, but they have a problem committing and finishing off. We're going to see if we have a change here, though.
That was not exactly the smartest idea by Snowbear. They had no reason to switch to crits. They're up by 2. They got 1/2 remaining. I guess they're trying to push the envelope and 4-0 them, but you're up 2-0. You can almost just turtle them to death.
Yeah, it appears they want to have a little bit more fun than that. So they went for the crits, and it didn't do them too good at all. So we are back to the infamous yard warehouse push here. We have 80% Uber on Tarath. And as I switch over here to, if I can get to them, 100% with Fish. We're actually at about 100% for both. We're going to see what push we have going on here real quick. They are still running a heavy on Crack Clan. Demo finally steps up to the windows to try and make some drops here real quick, and Heavy takes cover. That was actually a good move. If he was able to drop one, that would have been a heavy push for SBU. And pushes on to 4th right now. We are in warehouse. CC is going for that 4th cap right now. Teach did get dropped as spy. They told me in the beginning that they were going to run him as spy. Uber is popped for CC as we watch some fights go on right here. Vengeance does get dropped, and there goes Fish after his Uber and Bebop. So it looks like SBU has total control right now. Oh! There's the ninja cap by Atra. Let's see. There's the final cap. CC does that ninja cap. Exactly what you said, Bait. They needed some quick classes. They needed to set up some fast caps, and they were able to deliver on that part. I thought for sure they were done, but their scouts were able to finish it. Nice going, Crack Clan.
That was a great job by Atra. That really works, getting that back cap, doing great things, but apparently our IRC network would like us to use something other than the word dropped or drop.
We could bring back Rape 'em Up.
Rape him up, I guess? I don't know.
They got
That's
raped.
all up to you, buddy.
Mission begins in 10
Okay,
seconds.
Cryptic, I'm gonna get you here. Shout out to Tier from Montreal. Represent. There, I got you.
2, 1.
Oh, B-Dubs goes down before gate drops right here, so they are now down 1. This is 5v6 as they push into midpoint here real quick. Uber is popped by SBU. There's a very premature pop. And now we have CC at Uber advantage, and that Uber just runs for it. They know better, and they're going to try and make that push in there. This is going to be a dirty fight right now. We see splits get dropped by Med, but Atra ends up dropping Med right after that. Heavy is sitting on midpoint, and there goes Tier. V and Bebop had none of it, so again, CC takes mid again. This is like the 4th or 5th time. Now we're going to see a quick cap go on here by, if I can get back to him, Atra's going for that quick cap again. That's what he's been known for so far, is he's trying to get out there pretty quick. He's 1 health, and Teach ends up dropping him right there. So we have Bebop in mid. We have actually all of CC sitting inside front end of warehouse right there as SB tries to stack up quick enough to defend it. I'm going to take a look at Dark here right now, who's playing Demo over here on SBU, and he's sticking up the top corners of their warehouse. And I do hear an Uber go off. That was for CC, who's sitting right now. They actually went up to 3rd floor. We're going to see if, are they going to try a ninja drop? There goes the ninja drop. Oh, drops in, pops Uber. Dark gets taken out, Med gets taken out, B-Dubs gets taken out, and now we're going to have a cap here, most likely by CC. Oh! Counter Uber comes in by SBU, takes out the medic. CC's left all alone. He ends up dropping tier. There's his medic. Oh, the rest of CC is there to back him up, though. Heavy does not go down that fast. Teach finally finishes off Vengeance. Not before Tarath gets dropped their medic, so they're now medicless as they try and make this final cap. Scout's trying to give Bebop enough help. Bebop is not able to finish him off before... Oh, there goes Bebop. Just a bloodbath at the end there. Now we're left with Pre all alone. Precursor sitting all alone on that that fourth cap, waiting for his team to get in. Scout's going to patronize him a little bit right now. And he gets caught in a corner. Med gets... Oh, man, he just get lost in the corner. Turned around and was like, hey, where am I? Ends up getting dropped very quickly. So Pre finally has some backup. His team is stacking back up with him right now, so they are able to hold their fourth point. I'm watching Tarath over here at about 45% Uber, waiting on their last point again. This is a nice little turnaround to see SBU sitting here on defense instead of a solid push. They've been a lot more aggressive than Crack Clan has been, and nice to see Crack is pushing up on them this time. So as the timetables fold over and we wait for Ubers to charge right now, we're sitting at Tarath sitting at about 95%, getting ready for his Uber here. And as we move on over, we have both Ubers ready for both teams. And the push is going to begin shortly.
We got a good idea coming from IRC. We should do War Room for the mid-fight next round, so...
We will do War Room. I'm always lax on that. So we have Ubers popped at generally about the same time. Backcap going on to SBU right now. If they're able to take it, they're not able to defend it. Medic wasn't able to step on it. If he had backed up just to step on it, I would have definitely sacrificed myself there for the precious seconds that backcap was going to happen. Even if the medic died, he had a backcap and plenty of time to regroup. You know, I think Tarath could have definitely made a better footstep for that. So he wasn't able to do. That's just what I saw. You know, I'm not all for killing my medics, but he was standing right next to it. He circled around it and never touched that point to stop.
Hit up the War Room.
Alright, Mayday, why don't we go hit up War Room for Crack Clan? Yeah, let's go hit Crack Clan.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Just overheal Venge. Just get Venge overheal and then...
Yeah, I'm on the right there.
I need the overheal.
Yeah.
No Bebop, I was
so just... Find the scouts. Scouts top.
Scouts top.
One down.
I can't get in with this fucking soldier.
Yeah, Bebop got him all in, sorry. Goodness is down.
Uber him in if you have to.
He's down. They Ubered, we Ubered. Oh my god. I'm sick. I'm dead.
Scout behind you, Fish.
My computer almost closed there.
Keep going, Pre. I'm right here with...
You want me to fight them? If you insist.
Yeah,
oh, we got him.
Med down,
A little bit of lag spikes going on. Looks like Bebop is
med down, med
there a little bit.
Get
him, Slip!
Bebop is having a lot of trouble right now. Pings go up with Steam restart. We're seeing a lot of lag spikes going right here, which is definitely a downside. SBU ends up taking mid for the first time ever. It was a definite bloodbath. 4 down currently for CC, so they're going to have to regroup. All are up for SBU. Not all together, but they are all up indeed. I'm going to come back here. We're going to take a look at Teach. We haven't watched Teach too much for SBU. He's been playing a decent scout right now. He's actually going out to mid, scouting it out as he should. He's sitting out in yard, just kind of, I guess, waiting for his team. He's not doing too much. So, alright, so we got both scouts sitting in water, kind of hiding out a little bit. We had Slips again up there, just kind of waiting for cheap shots, trying to get a peek, find the medic. He knows he's behind left train, makes his shots out there at his soldiers, and it takes a small little hit there by the soldiers. Sitting at 95% for Fish. Finishes his Uber off right there, so they are ready now. Tarath is only at 50s, so if CC can make that push right now, they can down him and go take mid. We'll see what happens there.
We got 2 more shoutouts real quick because they've been PMing so much. Shout out to TWO for coming back, and Tyre and Vengeance for being the worst IRC buddies ever. Oh, back up. You gotta stack the point. Gotta stack 4.
No back cap, but now we have CC. Oh, he takes it. He's going for the final cap. There's nothing left. That is a cap for S. Oh! Precursor saves the day. Comes around that corner. A drop. Oh my goodness. Precursor was able to save the day on that, but a day late and $1 short as the rest of SBU comes up and makes that push. So now we are at 3-2 SBU. Oh,
well,
man.
Yeah, 9 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Oh man, I thought that was going to be a runaway for CC. I thought that ninja cap on 4 and going for the final push with no one on defense, man. Precursor safe. Oh, Precursor came out. I didn't even see him. I was looking around. I was camming around. I didn't see him. He came around that corner. Perfect timing.
Mission begins in
It's good to see Precursor doing well. I played with Precursor not too long ago, and he was kind of switching from different classes, needing to find something stationary, and I think he found it with Crack Clan, so I hope he does well. My boy Pre. My boy.
Alright, so back in the action on mid-fight here right now. We're going to see who can finally hold this. Atra just took a fat hit from I believe it was Splits. We have both Ubers popped on there, and looks like SBU does have Uber advantage. Ends up taking out Fish right there. Bloodbath. We have 4 down right now for SBU, 3 for CC. And Atra's trying to come from behind. He ends up taking out the medic, though. So he's going to try and get that midpoint sitting on the demo. He's at very low health. He's going to try and help cap that, though. I mean, that's all he's going. All right, so he's going to grab that health right there. And we're going to watch CC end up taking mid, most likely again. Yep, looks like we're watching, yeah, SBU's going to stack up on their second point here real quick. And then we're going to CC regroup in yard.
Atra needs to keep doing a good job on those back caps. He's doing a great job, but he needs to continuously do it so they can just suffocate SBU and make sure they have no breathing room.
That has been a big problem. CC's given CC's, as far as pushes go, SBU's been more successful, and this is a humble opinion, in their pushes. Now, as far as defenses and things like that go, you know, CC's been pretty good on the defense too. That being said, if we have SBU able to play a little more coy and probably hold back, be able to hold their defenses a little better, and make their pushes a little more rapid, CC's not able to, seems like, regroup as fast as SBU so far I've seen. They'd have a little bit more of an advantage there.
Well, almost I would pretty much take the scouts out entirely and put 2 engineers, put them up on those corners at the top of the well at the second level, and just try. I mean, you're gonna have to pop an Uber to get rid of the sentries, but here's King Splits for the back
Speaking of
half.
popped Ubers, SBU ends up popping theirs, and we watched 2 go down for 3 to go down, 4 go down for CC there. As I said, you know, their pushes haven't been too fantastic, and that's pretty much a team wipe. The only one up is Atra. We see that quite a bit. Atra's the only one up all the time. Whenever that team goes down, Atra's hiding in the back, trying to make some cheap shots. They take one down and get out of there. So he's a good survival scout, if you will. So we're watching SBU go ahead and make push on mid there. They did take it right away, and we're sticky it up. Oh man, I'm losing track here, losing focus. We actually have CC. Looks like they're trying to. Yeah, they're pretty much stacking on their second point. They've given up trying to hold and going to take third. I'm going to take a look at Fish is sitting on only about 45%, 50% Uber. That could be a big reason. Terrace sitting at 80, so given the delay in pushes, though, we're going to have another Uber on Uber fight.
Yeah, they really need to take advantage of when somebody's got an Uber advantage, but we have a shout out to Kung Fu from Susie Q, and he asked very nicely, or she, so I figured I'd get that one in there.
Yeah, I use the word pop, whatever. Pop Uber. Pop Uber. I'll say pop all I want. I drink pop, not soda.
Alright, what's going on here? What's going on? We got 1 scout down. Atra's down.
We're dead in the water. Oh man, I'm about ready to just start exploding people until I see a push.
Serious. By the way, I want to throw a shout out to Vengeance for getting Supreme Soviet in a match. Way to go. Nice job, Vengeance.
We gotta pop lock and drop it out there on IRC. Oh man. Just remember, I could be anger and I could say rape him up and light him up 75 times in one match.
Yeah, we don't really have the greatest of word vocabularies. I mean, we are we are TF2 players ourselves. We kind of stick with the same vocabulary we would with a match.
Alright, so we're finally seeing a push in here by CC. They end up popping their Uber there. I'm going to get in there. I'm looking at Vengeance right now, who's playing Soldier. He's got his Uber on there. SBU does counter Uber. V's trying to get away. Not going to get away fast enough. So both Medic and Soldier go down there, and we have SBU go ahead and take in their 4th right now. Finally have a push in. And Precursor gets dropped as well, so we're going to have SVU group up in their warehouse, making their... Oh, maybe... Are we going to see a push? Nope, we're going to see a regroup. Okay. So we have... Let's see, what are they running over here? We have Slip Stain on 2nd floor, far left side. We have Scout. Did I see a Pyro? Did I see a Pyro? No, I did not. No, it was a demo. Different angle there. I was a little concerned for a moment. Alright, so we're at 100% for Tarath, and what do we got over here? Where are you? Only 40% for Fish. If they make a push right now, I keep saying this, if they make a push. And we do have a push going in. There's the push. Fish has no Uber to counteract here real quick. And there's the cap. SBU ends up taking it, so now we are 4-2 with 3 minutes left on the clock. So all they have to do is sit here and turtle crack, and it is GG, folks. Let's actually go. Let's go hit War Room for crack again. Knowing that they're down, I want to see if we can catch some Ragers in the action, Mayday.
30-second setup, 45-second setup time.
I thought we went to 4.
That's 2 rounds.
Or
that's
did we just play 2 minutes, 2 halves?
Impossible.
Just roll them.
I guess we played 2.
Alright, Bebop, we're gonna have to push straight into them as me and you.
Do the
All
old
my
strap.
soldiers
Do the
up
old
top.
strap.
All my soldiers up top. I want my scouts to be capping the entire time. Of course, you want to be destroying the other people. But we need as much as possible.
Right, I guess we...
That's on the left.
I'm dead.
Uber.
I'm going ahead. I'm going ahead.
Take it off, Fish.
There's Ben.
Go.
Got him.
Scout left, scout left.
Thank you.
Alright, so back in the action here. We do see CC taking true form like they were in the beginning, taking mid here real quick. We have 3 down for both teams. We've got SBU sitting in their yard. Oh! Their medic gets dropped right there. Tarath goes down. Oh, but Fish gets dropped right after that. Oh, B-Dubs has an answer right there. So you take my medic, I'm gonna take your medic. But he is falling back to his 2nd point. So he did buy precious time, making sure that medic wasn't building Uber sitting in the yard. It's gonna be all quiet on the western front. I fear we're gonna hear some dust, little hay thingies, whatever you call them, blowing in the wind. I can't whistle when my mouth's dry, my bad. Cinco de Mayo, folks, I've been drinking. Don't kill me. I encourage you all to crack one open if you're of age, of course. If you're not, just don't tell me.
I haven't really seen much of the scouts wait to go down underwater. It's very easily usable for backcapping, but we got Medbo trying to find his way to a backcap right now.
And true to Atra form, most of his team is down, and he is still alive. And the funny thing is, a lot of times when I see something like that, it's just because they're not playing, they're not doing well. But you see Atra is actually sitting at 16, who is, as far as fraggers go on his team, 2nd. So he's doing pretty well. I'm actually rather impressed. I mean, yeah, some of that's going to be attributed to capping and things like that. He has had some ninja caps, but he's doing pretty well. So I'm going to give a personal shout out to Atra on that one. We've 3 go down for SBU as we sit and we watch CC. Oh, there goes that push for CC onto SBU's warehouse point. And 3 down again for SBU. Oh, 4 down. And Bebop tries to hold it off, not able to do it. So now we have 4 down for CC. And finishes off. That is game. And game goes to SBU.
That was a nice fought battle by both teams. I think that was a very nice way to start off TWL Season 4.
And then at the end of the match, you see the end game killers right there. So, again, folks, I do thank you for tuning in and watching e-rev cast week 1 of TWL Season 4 6v6 match. This was our first cast for TWL this year, first match for TWL this year, so shout out to TWL for letting us chime in on this, and GG SBU for being able to take that. Snow Bear, good job taking that. It was a good game. I did enjoy watching it.
It's always good to watch a good close battle. There's some people who on the Godfrey forums, they're like, why did you get a match that's you know, got the most pizzazz? They're like, nobody wants to see a 5-0 rickrolling of people who can air shot against people who can't. It's always better to watch something like this where it's actually evenly contested and lots of action going on.
Alright. So as far as closing comments go, again, I do appreciate you guys tuning in and catching us on TWL. For those of you that don't know, if you know anyone that missed it, that want to catch it, this will be archived at e-rev's website, www.e-rev.tv. We will archive that, where you can go ahead and catch this match at a later date for all your viewing pleasure. And for those of you, again, on IRC, going ahead and giving us shout-outs. I do appreciate you giving us a little congrats on the casting capability. It's good to be back, finally. You know, TWL died down for a little bit, so, or TF2 had died down for a little bit. All the seasons kind of ended, so we're back in full force, and I assure you there will be lots of TF2 casts to come. And Bait, I'll give you a shout out to you too. Bait's got the pig flu right now. He's got a snout and a little squirrely tail growing on the back of him. So being here and a little sick under the weather, you know, good job to Bait. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Back in the.
Thank you, Scuba, for taking most of the talking. I've been sitting here coughing, and then you kind of do your little die down, which means I talk, and I'm like, oh God, I can't talk.
So please don't die on me. I need you for future casting, if nothing else. That's pretty much all you're good for these days. So
yeah,
we'll go ahead and close
this
this out.
I suck at TF2.
You do, I know. I pwn you. Anyway, so closing this out, guys. Again, I do appreciate you go ahead and catching this cast, and we're going to go ahead and close this cast out. Take it easy, guys. See you next week.
Peace.
e-rev, applied directly to the forehead. e-rev, applied directly to the forehead.
e-rev is not responsible for any monitor to head related injuries. View at your own risk.